For the Queen Mary Stakes gets us underway on day 2, 5 furlongs. Lady Pink Rose was the last to be installed. We are all set. A long hold, but they break away for the Queen Mary. Jumping in the air, Bunchen gives them a few lengths at the start. Right up the centre, Gotta Love Her Grey is amongst those prominent thanks but no thanks up the centre with a keen coat eye vision. They're being tracked through by Kadane. Crimson Advocate under the near side running rail is running quickly along with Launch, and those two show the way on the near side. Princess Jazara over on the far side with Graceful Thunder over on the far side as well. They're being followed by Onigiri in that smaller group in company with Flora of Bermuda, who is over there, as is Lady Pink Rose and Out of the Stars. Meanwhile, near side, Crimson Advocate, Gotta Love Her Grey have the advantage with Beautiful Diamond being pushed along, and the near side group appear to hold a significant advantage at this stage. Thanks but no thanks track the leaders. Crimson Advocate is burning along for John Velazquez. Over on the far side, still doing well is Flora of Bermuda. Beautiful Diamond chases. Relief Rally is coming home strongly as well. Crimson Advocate has the lead in the Queen Mary. Relief Rally is cutting into that advantage as the line approaches. Out in the lead, Crimson Advocate. Relief Rally dives and gets close. A bob at the heads, Crimson Advocate, and Relief Rally for the Queen Mary. Beautiful Diamond home in third. Juniper Berries, Flora of Bermuda, and Lady Pink Rose over on the far side with Gotta Love Her Grey. Crimson Advocate, Relief Rally dives on even strides. Relief Rally was in front, but the bob is favouring Crimson Advocate, and he is going to get the verdict, I think, very narrowly. The heads were going different ways. They're clear of Beautiful Diamond in third, Juniper Berries, then Gotta Love Her Grey, far side Flora of Bermuda, Lady Pink Rose in about 8th. Second home on that far side. Balsam came across the line. Next Midnight Affair never really sighted. But the start, Bunchen lost his chance. This is close because the heads were going either way on even strides. Relief Rally possibly got to the front, but on the line, maybe it was Crimson Advocate. Queen Mary in the hands of the judge.
Oh, this is tight. They're on Betfair. They're going with the American horse, 1 to 12, the far side, Crimson Advocate. Is that the way you saw it, Johnny?
That's it, yeah. He got his head, listen, bob of the heads. He's up, just on the line, boom. I think he's down, Ed. I think he's held on. The second looked like it came with a winning run, but it's just the bob of the heads, and I think John Velazquez has just had his head down on the line, Jason.
Yeah, look, you feel a bit for Relief Rally. Has it gone that way? Because she was coming through with that power-packed run, and her, you know, a bob before in front. It's silly. I'm not going to call that, Johnny. You're braver than me. You've jumped straight off the fence. I'm going to sit right up there on the top shelf.
So has this horse won it? Crimson Advocate, the late money on the exchanges for this horse, the ownership of Mrs. Hill, Swinbank, Black Ridge, Black Type. John Velazquez and George Weaver could be a foreign winner, Francesca.
Yes, and for this massive ownership group. In fact, two of the people in the ownership, Renee Rice and her husband Scott Rice, had previously never owned a racehorse, and they were contacted by Jake Ballas. Oh, here we go.
First, number 9, Crimson Advocate.
Indeed, Crimson Advocate is the winner. Good shout, Johnny. So yeah, they were contacted by Jake Ballas, who runs Black Ridge Racing, I think it is, and this is the first horse they've become involved with, and they didn't know much about Royal Ascot, and they thought, oh, okay, let's have a horse. And talk about lucky to get involved in your first horse, win that qualifier at Gulfstream, come to Royal Ascot and have a winner.
And you were saying there's just 100 of them, so imagine the party as well. That'd be fantastic.
It's all about the far side here. You have to feel a little bit sorry for Flora of Bermuda on the near side of the noseband. Look how far ahead they are, Jason.
Yeah, they have really been, from the early stages, held an advantage. Myself and Johnny were just asking, why nobody goes to the fence anymore?
But John Velazquez did start on the fence. He was drawn 28, it looked like he was, but the rest of the field was away from him, so he drifted over to them, but he was always well in control. He jumped well, showed loads of speed like all these American horses did with the blinkers on, and I think they were able to sustain it over 5. But when they go up to 6 furlongs, with those blinkers on, they just run out of juice the last bit.
Yeah, our stamina, if you like, kicks in, doesn't it? We've, of course, been trained on the bowling green out in America. Never had to, like, we don't call this much of a climb here for one of our tracks, but the Americans say, up that giant hill.
Look how tight it was in the photograph. One for the USA, man.
Well, he's one of the best riders on planet Earth, the man who rode Animal Kingdom, a 3-time Kentucky Derby hero, and now a 4-time Royal Ascot hero. Johnny V, that was close.
I was close, but I'm glad that she held on. You know, it's a little bit hard for us, for our horses coming from America, and that hill gets a little bit tiring for them. But I mean, she held on very well.
For this horse, it was kind of like watching an American dirt race in that you went fast and it was just a case of whether you would slow down too quickly.
Well, if you watched her race last time, she was really, really fast, so I was not going to take away what she does easy, and once she got to her own rhythm, I just let her do it.
Johnny, for someone like yourself who's ridden all around the world, acknowledged as one of the great jockeys, to win at Royal Ascot means what?
It's special. Royal Ascot is special. That's what I keep coming back every year. Winning a race here, it means a lot to us.
Well, you're a special rider. This was a special performance. Congratulations. Royal Ascot number 4 for Velazquez.
And the winner led up by Pedro there on the right. And this is huge for 2 reasons. Firstly, because George Weaver, the trainer, his wife Cindy, you might have read about this, she nearly died last year in a horrendous accident at Saratoga. I'm sure he'll be hugely emotive, and he's trained the 14th US trained winner at Royal Ascot.